Key vocabulary. Cravings. Comfort food. Snacking. Binge eat. Balanced meal. Key vocabulary. Cut down on. Eat out, get takeout. Home-cooked meal. Portion size. Emotional eating. Real phrases. Cravings. Every night around 10 p.m. I start getting crazy sugar cravings. Comfort food. Mac and cheese is my comfort food. I always want it when I've had a bad day. Snacking. I'm not that hungry at meals, but I'm always snacking while I work. Binge eat. I'll be super strict all week, and then on Sunday I binge eat everything I see. Balanced meal. I don't need a perfect diet. I just try to have at least one balanced meal a day. Real phrases. Cut down on. I'm trying to cut down on soda and drink more water instead. Eat out, get takeout. I eat out way too much. I should really cook instead of getting takeout every night. Home-cooked meal. Nothing feels better than a simple home-cooked meal after a long day. Portion size. My problem isn't the food, it's my portion size. I always go back for seconds. Emotional eating. I realized a lot of my late-night snacking is actually emotional eating, not real hunger. Long dialogue. Hey, what did you have for lunch today? B. Just a salad and some chicken. I'm trying to eat a bit healthier this week. Same here. Lately my eating habits have been terrible. B. Really? What's been going on? A. I skip breakfast, then I snack all afternoon, and at night I binge on junk food. B. Yeah, late night snacking is the hardest thing to stop. I think I do a lot of emotional eating too, especially when I'm stressed from work. B. I get that. After a long day, I always crave something sweet like ice cream. A. Ice cream is my comfort food. It makes me feel better for a few minutes, then I feel guilty. B. I try not to feel guilty about food anymore. I just focus on balance. Long dialogue. What do you mean by balance? B. Most days I try to have at least one balanced meal with protein, veggies, and some carbs. A. That sounds more realistic than perfect eating. B. Exactly. If I eat a home-cooked meal for dinner, I don't stress if I have a cookie later. Do you cook a lot at home? B. More than before. Eating out all the time got too expensive. Same here. Takeout is so easy, but the portions are huge and usually not very healthy. B. Yeah, portion size is a big problem in restaurants. I think my biggest issue is soda. I drink it every day. B. Maybe you could start by cutting down, not quitting completely. Long dialogue. A. One soda a day instead of 3? B. Yeah, and drink water the rest of the time. Small changes are easier to keep. A. True. When I try a strict diet, I last 2 days, then I binge eat. B. Strict rules usually backfire. At least for me. Do you ever plan your meals? B. A little. On Sundays I cook some basic stuff for the week. Rice, chicken, vegetables. That sounds nice. I always want a home-cooked meal, but I'm too tired to cook after work. B. Maybe you could cook just once or twice a week and freeze some meals. That could work. Then I'd have less excuse to order pizza every night. B. Exactly, you'd still have something easy, but a bit healthier. Long dialogue. I don't want to be super strict. I just want better habits. B. Same here. I want to enjoy food and still feel good in my body. I guess it's really about finding what works long term, not just for 2 weeks. B. Yeah, and listening to your body, eating when you're actually hungry, not just bored. I eat when I'm bored all the time, especially when I'm on my phone. B. Same here, I'll open a bag of chips just for a snack, and suddenly it's empty. I think I need to start putting snacks in a bowl instead of eating from the bag. B. That's a smart idea, it helps with portion size. What about you? What's one habit you want to change? B. I want to stop eating in front of the TV, because I don't even taste my food then. Long dialogue. Yeah, mindless eating is real. Sometimes I finish a whole meal and barely remember it. B. I'm trying to eat slower and actually enjoy each bite, especially when it's a good home-cooked meal. I like that. Food should be something to enjoy, not just something to feel bad about. B. Exactly. Maybe we can help each other a bit. Text each other when we want to binge or order junk food. B. Yeah, and maybe share photos when we manage a balanced meal too. I'd like that. It's easier to change habits when you're not doing it alone. For sure. Let's start this week, but keep it realistic and not too strict. A deal. Small steps, but we keep going. Emotional message. A lot of us don't really eat. We cope with food. We skip meals, binge at night, eat standing up, eat in front of a screen, and then feel guilty like we're bad or weak. But most of the time, it's not about discipline. It's about pain, stress, boredom, loneliness, or feeling out of control in other parts of life. Comfort food feels like a hug when nobody is there. Snacking feels like a break when life doesn't stop. Binge eating feels like the only moment you can't be judged. Then, when it's over, you look at the empty bag, the box, the plate, and you start attacking yourself. I messed up again. I have no self-control. I'll never change. But food is not your enemy, and you're not your worst moment. You're a person trying to feel better with the tools you have right now. Emotional message. Changing eating habits doesn't have to start with a diet or with punishment. It can start with one honest question before you eat. Am I really hungry? Or am I tired, sad, angry, bored, lonely? If you're hungry, eat without shame. If you're hurting, maybe you still eat, but also notice the feeling and be kind to yourself instead of hating yourself afterward. Point one, home-cooked meal, 1 glass of water instead of soda. One night where you stop eating when you're satisfied instead of stuffed, that is already a win. You don't need to be perfect to deserve respect from yourself. Your body has carried you through every hard day of your life. It deserves patience, not war, and you deserve a relationship with food that feels like care, not punishment. I hope you enjoyed this video in this format with the vocabulary, the real phrases, the dialogue, and the final emotional message. See you in the next video.